Welcome in, folks. Welcome to the broadcast for week 11. We got some mid-season awards to dole out. We are here with Austin. We are here with Niche. How are we feeling, guys?
Feeling
We're feel-
blessed. It is Friday. We are off of work and we are ready to party this weekend.
That's a blessing
ready
right
for some
there.
dubs.
Love that. I
It's a
think Austin
beautiful
wants
Friday to
to
talk some
kick us
fantasy ball.
off with his first segment. You want to start us off, Austin?
Oh, yes. All right. They call me Austin Ski Kornacki Puckett. So we're going to the big board. We're breaking down
Put it on
the OS rankings.
Put it on the board.
Going to the big board. Here we go. All right. We don't have the budget for a smart board, so we're making do. All right. So we're going to start off with power rankings, and we're going to end up getting into the ROS YDFL schedule. We're going to start assigning some wins to week 11, 12, 13, and 14. We're going to see how that plays out into the end of season seeding projections. So without further ado, we're going to start going through some of these power rankings. So we're starting with number 1.
And this
We
is
can
all
all
according
guess.
to Austin. This is subjective. This is not
Yeah, this is
truth.
all. Yeah,
This
this
is
is not
all
this is not
AP. This is
a
all Austin
universal or
Puckett. This
a
is
group
not
These
effort. This is
opinions
all.
universally
do
agreed
reflect
upon. We didn't talk about this
the
before we
opinions
started
of the
recording.
YDFL broadcast.
Yeah.
All right. We can all guess who's number 1. None other than Danny.
Of course.
Danny boy. No
Danny,
explanation
that
needed.
guy.
He's got Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley, Josh Jacobs. Easy peasy. All right, number 2. We've got Lane.
Oh,
Lane.
Did not
The
see that coming.
negotiator, as I like to call him.
You mean this? The scammer, the scam artist.
the big bad trade boogeyman.
Y'all ever seen The Big Short? I saw this coming years ago. I've been shorting Lane for years.
He's going to pop off at some point, but
Not this week.
not this week. All right, at number 3, we've got Jeremy.
Big Jeremy.
Big dog Jeremy. Although this week he's not number 3
Surprise.
because Jonathan Taylor is on a bye. We are accounting for the rest of the season. And
Do
by
not
the way,
look
these
at his
power
team.
rankings are just whose team would you not want to play rest of season. So this is a rest of season power rankings. Who do we think is the best these last 4 weeks? So despite Jonathan Taylor being on a bye, he's just that good. He might miss 1 week, but he's going to produce 4 weeks worth each week the rest of the season.
Big facts.
So Jeremy's our number 3. At number 4, somebody on this broadcast is going to like this.
Oh,
We got Mish.
Larry Hoover.
Oof.
Mish, how you feeling at number 4?
I'm feeling pretty good about it. I definitely think my losses has been my team underperforming at years, but I think similar to Lane, on paper, the talent's there. This team is good. They want to win. We just got to find a way to finish the job this week.
Well said.
Big
Well
facts.
said. That's the value of a good manager. His team is 3-7, and yet he is not out of the playoffs. That is the power of leadership.
You know what they say, Austin. Good, better, best.
Talk it
All
up.
right, at number
Talk
5,
it up.
yours truly, me.
Mr. Puckett.
No explanation needed. This team has a third string running back filled in at the slotted in at the RB2. We've got Kareem Hunt in the flex. We've got Darius Slayton. He's out, but he was slotted in at the flex. And yet we keep winning. I am the Dan Campbell of coaches. I don't care who's on my team. We're going to go out there. We're going to bite some fucking kneecaps.
We're
and
gonna
gonna
bite
win.
some kneecaps.
We are going to win. All
One
right.
thing I want to say about Austin's team is that I think every week, every matchup that Austin has, he gets his guys so juiced, and they do just enough to get the win. Like, they rarely blow people out, but they always come out with a win. And I have to commend that. I just do. I'll be dropping my power rankings right after Austin's. There are some
Yeah.
discrepancies from the facts and what Austin is saying right here.
Okay. Yeah, and Seti is not gonna like this. All right, so stay tuned. All right, sitting at number 6, new addition to the league, Dingo, Jesse.
Big Jesse.
I don't have a lot of rationalization for this pick, other than just wait till you see the bottom 6. Right? So
It's more. It's not so much that he is the sixth strongest. He is just stronger than the rest.
all right, sitting at number 7. These next 3 were a tough pick. They're all kind of sitting in the middle of the table. This is kind of the Matt Schaub discussion of fantasy players, right? But all top 10, by the way, all top 10. So sitting at number 7, we got Josh. Josh, middle of the pack, Josh. He's reliable. Can't see, he's the Mike Tomlin of coaches. He should have won one fantasy championship in the past. We all know what happened. Lightning struck. DeMar Hamlin had a heart attack.
It's actually undisputed.
What do you do? It sucks. You missed your year, but he hasn't bounced back since then. Still not a bad coach. Makes the playoffs most years, but is what it is. He's just kind of a middle of the pack guy. He keeps his team at or above 500. Does what he can, but he can't pick talent. All right. So at number 8, Hamster. Ham man. I got to commend him, but this team's not really all that noteworthy. I couldn't tell you a single player on his roster other than, nope, never mind, that's Patrick. I was thinking CD Lamb. Hamster, don't know a single player on his team, but that's a good thing because at least he doesn't have too many stinkers. All right. Sitting at number 9, newcomer in the league, Max. He hadn't fucked it up so far, so not too bad for a second year. He's still building a program, all right?
Yes,
Give him some time.
He's refused to
He's still
trade.
learning. He's kind of been avoiding trades so far, which credit to him. He's not sitting there at like 10 or 11 or 12. So good job on not effing it up this year, Max. You're wise enough to know that you don't want to fuck up your team with trades, right? And one day you'll learn you can benefit from trades. But right now you're the sucker, and you've learned you're the sucker. So good on you. All right, sitting at number 10. Hard to say it. Seti, would you like to explain your team's performance this year?
Don't look at my record and think, look, he's 4-6. He must be bad at fantasy. Think of this as a niche situation. Think of this as people got hot. We played them when they were hot. There were moments of poor management, I will say. There was a week when I dropped Kareem Hunt for a different player, and Kareem Hunt scored 12 fantasy points that week, and I lost by like 7 points. So it's not all on the team. The manager has to look in the mirror and say, hey, sometimes you miss, But it's not for lack of trying. And what I will say, I've got a few people that I need to get right with. I'm playing Patrick this week. I'm predicted to win. Next week, I'm playing Monks. That's a schedule win. Week after that, I'm playing Dingo Man. Not afraid. Last week, Vinyl Hamster. I'm saying I'm running the table. I'm calling my shot. I'm going to end the season with more wins than losses. Yet again, I win more than I lose. Check the stats. And I'm going to do the same thing again this year. 10 right now, not 10 for long. I will say in my power rankings, I'm 9th. So not too far there. Not too bad there, Austin. Good job.
I appreciate the honesty, the self-reflection. And you know what? The data backs all of this up. You don't see the proprietary algorithms that go into all of this. 9, 10, your judgment's pretty good, Seti. Your judgment's pretty good. And if you look over here, a little preview, we got you 12th on strength of schedule rest of season. So very astute. You got an easy schedule. There's a lot of hope. Right. This is the power rankings as far as what we think your team is going to score the rest of the year, the composition of your roster. But there's hope. We will stay
We got some
tuned. We'll
fab.
see if SETI makes the
We can
playoffs.
make some moves. We got some people sliding in the DMs. We got some weeks to go before the trade deadline closes.
That's exactly right. Remember, guys, week 11, 12, after week 12, that's when the trade deadline is. So these power rankings, you never know what's going to happen. Trade just went down today. There's still hope. I want to say even for Lane, but it's a rough path for Lane. So sitting at these last two, I hate to pile on, but I don't know. It's kind of fun. It's kind of the whole purpose of fantasy. It's fun to dog on the dogs. So at number 11, we got Monks,
Wow. Good for him.
the beam team of the league. Do we need to?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Do we want to pile on Monks, or are we having
Congrats
a good time?
on the kid. Congrats on the kid, bro. Happy for you in that regard. Don't look at fantasy. Um, I wouldn't if I was in your shoes. Um, yeah, and honestly, not to make this all about me, I have to say, I'm sitting at seventh place. I'm a place out of a playoff spot. People are trying to write me off. People are in my DMs talking about, oh, you're gonna try to make the playoffs. Well, why don't you just make this trade? No, I got everything to play for, and we all do, honestly. Last place is
It is.
what 2-8.
It is.
Monks never
I gotta
mind.
say, Monks does not have much to play for other than avoiding last place. Although there's something tells me that he kind of enjoys being last place. I saw the joy on his face while he was chugging homebrews a couple years ago, and I think it goes both ways. We'd all would love to see Monks come last place. He's the best at the punishments. He went to Chipotle. He was going to get wasted. They refused to serve him beer. In my opinion, punishment served. He by the letter of the law, he didn't have to do anything, and he went home and he chugged 4 homebrews. If I remember correctly, he was heaving on camera, and we were all having a great time.
He must have had a night.
So Monks, we're cheering for you.
That video was
I'd like to see you at number 12. Maybe toss Lane a bone, give him some more of your good players. We'd love to see it. All right, and sitting at number 12, this is a sad story. This guy, I don't know him. I see him at draft once a year. He's great. I love Patrick. But his team is dog shit this year. He scored 40 points last week. He almost had the least amount of points of all time. And this roster is just sorry.
Love CD Lamb though.
Love CD Lamb. Love CD Lamb. The rest of that roster, not so much.
Bueno.
It took a man. It took a garbage time touchdown from Chris Rodriguez that probably saved Patrick from having like the lowest score in a week in this league's history.
Shout out Chris Rodriguez, the unsung hero.
Shout out Chris Rodriguez. Shout out Patrick, man. Honestly, making me better about my team.
There's a kind of grace in the way he sticks by all his players, no matter how bare bones his roster has become. He lost CeeDee Lamb for like 5 weeks, lost Mike Evans for the season, then Cam Scatterboo for the season, and Matthew Golden was a bust. It's been the Travis Kelce show. Oh, and then Rashid Shaheed gets traded to Seattle to be irrelevant. You hate to see it. Well, I mean, you don't really. I wish this could have happened when I played him, but
we gotta give him credit where it's due. First guy to think about picking Cam Scatterboo. I know he wasn't on my radar. I thought he was going to be a backup all year. Patrick believed in him before any of us else did.
And it was a genius move.
God damn it, was he right?
He was a rightful believer in Cam Scatterboo. And Patrick, I'll give you your flowers for that. That was a fantastic pick.
Patrick, honorable number 12.
It's not your fault.
it,
Kind of.
it's
It's
it's a lot of your
entirely.
fault. But you know what? The spirit is there, and you're trying. So
I just want to
keep
do a
going,
quick
Pat.
rundown of my power rankings, just real fast. I'm just gonna do it. No,
Yep, let's mark this up. So
just real
I'm
quick.
gonna do a little notes here, and we're gonna see what setting is gonna change on the big board.
All right, I got one as Lane.
Oh, hot
I
take, hot
got
take.
I got two as Danny. I
Oh,
got three as Mish.
Oh,
Four, I got I got Jeremy. Five, Dingo. I got Jesse. Six, bench heaters.
Josh.
I got Josh at six. I got Evan at seven. I got Austin at eight. I got myself at nine. Got Monks at 10. I got Patrick
okay.
at 11. And I got Max last, dude. I just think this team is not good.
Wow. So
And
the
this is
big change
not
up.
and this is not going based off of who I'd least rather play or like who I'd rather not play. This is going on when I look at your team, the players on your roster do not excite me. They don't make me think this guy can go deep into the playoffs. Um, but this is fluid. Again, these things can change. I think the objectivity of placing myself at nine kind of showed the integrity that I have. I'm not just some guy that kind of is a homer. I do put some thought into this. I got a couple metrics here that I'm using. This is not just throwing stuff at the wall. So put it on your big board. I remember last year, or maybe it was the year before, I was talking smack about Jeremy losing a playoff game. I was on his big board for weeks. So think about me. Yeah, it's all good. Back to you, Austin.
Hey, Mish, what are we thinking? The big changes. Seti's got me at 8. I've got me at 5. Seti's got Max at 12. I've got him at 9. And otherwise, we're pretty close. They're pretty
But I will
consistent. I got
say,
to respect it. Off the
like,
cuff, pretty good rankings.
the jumps are from 2 to 3 is a big jump. 4 to 5 is a big jump. 5 to 6 is a big jump. 9 to 10 is a big jump. So they're not exactly like if Lane is a 12, um, McCaffrey's like an 11, and then Mish would be like a 9.5 if we're ranking it like that. So that's just
What do you
how
think,
it
Mish?
goes down. But there are gaps in even within them. There are definitely tiers in this system.
I think I feel like Seti's rankings, they're not far off, but I definitely think he's more roster focused than you are. I think Austin really encapsulated the manager element into things.
Yeah,
Like Austin said, he's critical of his own team. He knows that he's got some role players at positions, some role players, some bench guys. But like you
locker
said,
room guys need them.
locker room guys, but he's finding ways to win. And in this league,
It's hard to win. It's
it's
hard to
hard to
win.
win.
Ask
Like
Monks. It's hard to win here. After
ask
10 weeks,
me.
8 losses. Damn. I think bro lost 8. What was it? He was 2 and no, he was 1 and 7.
He was one in
Seven
seven, and then
weeks.
7 weeks of losing.
God bless him. I wouldn't have even been here. I mean, like on Earth.
No, I think putting Austin at 8 is pretty bold. Because I think you're forgetting, same way we tout up Jeremy's team with having Jonathan Taylor and Puka Nakua, who is probably
That's
the
fair. We're open to
second best receiver
criticism.
in the NFL right now. We need to remember that Austin has the best receiver in the NFL currently on his roster, and that is Jackson Smith and Jigba. And the
With
Seattle
Sam Darnold.
Seahawks are playing lights out football right now
They
on all
really are.
facets of
My
the
only
ball.
thing, I do agree. Hey, we can take on criticism for sure. This list isn't perfect. Um, I love JSN. I just think his QB can turn into a pumpkin. Um,
But I mean, that
but
QB doesn't
but
turn into a pumpkin until
but
playoffs, and
Jason is that guy,
NFL playoffs don't matter for us. You
yeah.
know,
And hopefully that do not matter.
Sam Darnold went from being a bust slash bench journeyman to a regular season demon.
Franchise
You
QB.
know, regular season franchise QB. You know,
And that's
I want to
exactly what you
say,
want for fantasy.
and
You want
exactly that's
you
what
want
you
Kirk
want.
Cousins as your quarterback. You want wait for it.
not
You want
me.
Matt Schaub as your quarterback. You
You want
want
Matt
Matt
Ryan?
Ryan.
Oh
You want the
yeah,
mid quarterback that's going to put up yardage.
Dak
Philip
Prescott,
Who's
Rivers.
got a good
man,
offense.
Philip
passing yards,
Rivers.
Philip
passing yards,
Rivers,
passing yards.
exactly.
Whew. Passing yards on passing yards. You want him to throw the ball to your receivers, and you want him to hand that ball off every other play he doesn't throw.
Please.
You want 0 rushing touchdowns. Sam Darnold's exactly what you want out of a fantasy QB for your wide receiver.
I think
Fair
these are
enough.
beautiful rankings. I think this was a great segment. I think this is something we should continue going forward for us season. You know, we don't even have to do like long form rankings. We can literally just do a broadcast of just the power rankings and call that some short form ones. But
I
I
like it.
see you got
I
a
like it.
strength of schedule thing going on over there, Austin. You might want to
Yes, we do. All
carry
right,
us
so
into the next portion.
we got the power rankings, and the whole point of this is we're deep in the playoffs, right? Or we're deep in the season. We're at week 10. This is the final push. We got 4-game stretch here. This is where the cream rises to the top. All right. So we currently have 3 8-2 teams. Those teams are making the playoffs. That's Danny, Jeremy, and myself. Those teams are making the playoffs. The teams could collapse. They got enough points for where they're breaking any tiebreaker with the sorry ass wild card team. They could lose every game this season. They're making the playoffs. The real push for those teams is making the bye. Remember, you get a bye, that's one game you don't have to play. If we're talking,
Huge.
dice rolls
Huge.
and probability, Mr. Lucky Charm himself, that doubles your odds of making the championship, of winning it even. So that's crucial for those 3 teams. But if you ask me, the whole goal of the season is to make the big dance, make the playoffs. So we're all gunning for the playoffs. I'd say 11 out of the 12 teams have a possibility of making the playoffs.
I agree.
We have some 3-7 teams. It's not looking great for them, but you never know. You win out
Frisky.
7-7.
Scary, spooky. If I lose, a lot more foreign 17s out there, and I think we have. Hold on, I think we got. So I'm playing a 4 and 6 team right now. Austin, if you could take care of Max, that'd be great for everybody. Powerhouse matchup. We got Mish and Lane this week. 2 3 and 7 teams. The person that loses this week might be dead. Might be dead. Danny, take care of Mush. Just get him out of here, honestly. We got Dingo and Josh this week. Dingo expected to win. Josh has 6 wins. Can Dingo get to 6? I don't see it. And then we got Vinyl and Jeremy. Jeremy, do the business. Let's make this league more interesting. Let's have everybody be 5 wins. And let's get frisky for the last 3 weeks.
I like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I will say the schedule is jam packed with these matchups between teams that are all in the hunt. So we got, like I said, we got 3 8-2 teams, and then between that we got Josh at 6-4. We got a couple of 5-5 teams. Most other teams are 4-6. A couple stragglers at 3-7. But if you look at their schedules, all these teams in the hunt are playing each other.
Frisky.
I'll say I took a look at my schedule. I'm 8-2. I'm playing Jeremy. Right, that's an 8-2 versus 8-2 matchup. That doesn't matter for anybody hunting for the playoffs. That is strictly a bye week play. We got Danny playing. So we got the schedule over here. I hope you guys can see that. So we're going to go through some of these matchups and see who's playing each other. Let's assign some wins and losses, and let's see who we think is going to make the playoffs going through the stretch. So key moments. Get your rosters ready. Let's have a little fun. All right, so let's pick on some teams that are really in the heat of the matchup. Who do you guys want to start with?
For week
In
12 or
my
for week 11?
let's start. Yeah, let's start with week 11. So Seti, you got some picks. So let's start with Danny and Monks. That's an easy W for Danny. Let's just get that out
Easy.
of the way.
And good for
Let's get
you,
out of the way.
Danny. Good
That's
for
a
you,
W.
man. Let's get to 9 wins. My early season favorite to win this league, Danny. I think he spent his fab wisely.
I think probably
So we got Lane versus Mish in week 11. Who's the pick there? Mish has got an early head start with Travion Henderson. He finally blew up, Mish. He finally
Misha's
exploded.
boy.
welcome to the league, Travion.
You put the work in.
Welcome
You
to the
scout your
league.
guys.
Call me Diamond Hands, baby. I
After
held on
11
all
weeks, he
season.
hits.
You
Or
know,
10 weeks,
we're all
rather.
in
No,
the
no,
chat.
not
We're getting
9
Mish
weeks.
the W. Mish, Travion Henderson carrying Mish to a
Nothing
win.
I'd love
W.
to see more. Honestly, I wish both of you would lose. That would be great, actually, for your boy, for yours truly. Um, but we can't have it our way all the time. So if you could take out Lane, that would be sick. Maybe I could make a trade with him. He does seem trade happy. Could be a weakness.
I'm also trade happy. I've currently got 5 offers on the table right now.
All right. So we got Jeremy versus Hamster.
Ham's
Jeremy
answer.
without Jonathan Taylor. That is a key caveat.
I need Jeremy, so I'm going with Jeremy.
I'm also gonna I also need Jeremy to win this matchup, but genuinely, I feel like I think Puka are the Rams coming off a bye week or something this week?
A
No, right?
Chain against Washington.
But he's I
Trey
mean,
McBride, no Marvin Harrison. All right. Cortland Sutton, a get right game. Tyler Algier. Never mind. Get this guy out of here. Sorry, Jeremy. This is a schedule loss. I would sit you guys. Honestly, I'd put them all on the bench, rest them up. So
Jeremy's guys
that's what
don't
I
need
would do.
rest. I don't know. I like Kittle. I like Puka. I love Puka. We got Puka up against freaking. Wait, I just lost it. Where the hell did it go? That's Jeremy. Oh, there you go. We got Puka up against the Seahawks. That might be a tough matchup. But I mean, Rams are the Rams. They'll pull through.
Yeah,
But
they
George
will.
Kittle against Arizona, George Kittle's going to feast. The only issue, it's not even like with Hamster's team. I think the main issue, honestly, that you should be worried about, besides the obvious, like Devon Achan's going to do what he usually does. He's the focal point of the offense. He's going to
That
get
is
you like
nice, bro.
15 points
He just
minimum. You
is.
know what I mean?
I've
Egbuka
got to
against
I've got to issue a formal apology. That was maybe one of the
one
biggest
of
outbursts I had in the draft. I had Devon Achane going middle, maybe early in the second. Fourth pick, I thought it was a reach, but credit to Final Hamster for taking on Chain
I mean, he knew his guy.
for
That's his team.
McCaffrey,
He got his guy.
before Gianti, before any of the wide receivers. I mean, credit. He has been, what is he, top 3 running back?
He's
Top two,
currently
four.
ranked.
Yeah,
It's
I think
carried him to a 5-5 record. I mean,
4, 5.
kudos.
Oh wait, guys, I gotta stop
Egbuka's
recording real quick, and then I'll restart it. Hold on. We're back.
This commercial break is brought to you by Calhoun's Rooftop.
R.I.P.
effectively burned down. No, I'd say the main caveat, like outside of the typical projections of like Buka, Achan, the other guys kind of offset it when you have like Cortland Sutton underperforming. You know, pretty abysmal past 3 weeks, especially last week. You know, excellent matchup against Vegas, and 3.9 points, 3 catches, 24 yards
Is that Bo
against
Nix?
Vegas. Like, yeah, it like
Is that Bo Nix?
this
The A train
Broncos
is gone.
offense has looked more and more anemic week after week, and they're playing a pretty resurgent Kansas City Chiefs team. You know, Kansas City started the season kind of slow, but they've really picked up steam as of late. Yeah, they had a loss last week, if I remember correctly. Yeah, they did.
I
Could be
couldn't
Who,
wrong.
the
care
Chiefs?
less.
The Chiefs, did they win last week? Oh no, they absolutely crushed Washington. Sorry, they've been on a tear. The Chiefs have been on a what is it, 3-game win streak. Yeah, Chiefs have been on a tear. I think they really take it to Denver. But I think the big play here Marvin Harrison out with appendicitis. Who else but Trey McBride?
Trey McBride legacy game, bro. 35 targets.
This could be a Trey McBride legacy game. It is going to be a battle of the tight ends, in my opinion. It comes down to George Kittle up against Trey McBride. Because Puka's going to do what he does. Achan's going to do what he does. Egbuka's going to do what he does. But, I mean, real legacy
If Puka
game
finish a
for
game,
Trey McBride
like,
here.
is it cool if he plays like all 4 quarters? That'd be sick if you could see him play all 4 quarters.
If that's the thing, if this is an NFC West divisional, they're in SoFi, Rams, Seahawks vying for the lead in the division. This is going to be a shootout. I think this could be not a shootout, but the game will stay close, which
I
means
agree with
Puka
you.
will
This
keep
has
getting the
got
ball.
shootout written all over it. Classic.
Exactly.
NFC West. Rams.
Stafford v. Darnold.
Come on. Arizona's got a backup quarterback that's balling out. This
And
is
honestly,
one of those
two
Ryan
good coaches
Fitzpatrick
as well.
500
Two
yard
good
games.
coaches.
It's going to be something. I think I'm going to put my faith in Jeremy on this one. I do believe that, Jeremy, he has found ways to win in moments of adversity. He found a way against me. I'll give him credit. And I think he finds a way again right here against Evan. I'm giving Jeremy the dub here.
That's very well said, Mish. But I disagree. I think Jeremy's been carried by Jonathan Taylor all year and is heavily dependent on one player. Does not have a robust roster. And for that reason, I'm agreeing with Seti. And by 2/3 vote, we got Jeremy losing this week. So we're going hamster with the W. So we're going to mark that on the schedule there. All right. So next up, we got myself versus Max this week 11. This one's actually close. I got to say, my roster, if you look at it on paper,
Austin wins this.
It's been gutted over the season. It weakens week by week, and yet I keep putting up points. So we'll see how it works this week. There's no guarantees. But I will say this matchup is looking more even than the standings would suggest. So what do you guys
Austin
think?
wins this.
I haven't seen. I don't know who you're going to decide to start, Austin, over because you have one empty slot and then you have 2 flex slots. Currently, you have a wide receiver slot that's open. I assume you're going to start probably Tet. And then you have 2 flex slots, and you have Jacoby Myers, Kareem Hunt, and Ricky Pearsall. Me personally, I think Ricky Pearsall's the play. Coming back from injury, Brock Purdy's coming back. That's just me, Kareem Hunt has been eating. He has been scoring touchdowns, but that was against a aging, very old Washington Commanders defense and a absolutely fraudulent Buffalo Bills defense. Regardless of how bad Bo Nix and the Broncos offense has been, this is the best defense in the league. The Denver Broncos have the best defense in the league.
Without a doubt.
And I don't know if Kareem Hunt's going to show up. I don't know if you're going to ride with him or if you're going to go Ricky here. Stuff like that. You have choices, but I like it. I like your chances here. Kamani Vidal against Jacksonville. DeAndre Swift had a pretty good game last week coming off injury, but he's been very good. Focal point of that Bears offense. They're going to get on the ball against Minnesota because I imagine Minnesota's probably going to try and dial out the pressure. So I'm expecting a lot of quick passes, tosses, handoffs. Ben Johnson's going to be in his bag with DeAndre for this week. JS, like we said with my previous point with Puka and the Rams game, same goes for JSN. JSN, like you have him here, the secondary surgeon. This man is the greatest wide receiver to come out of the Ohio State University. Absolute treasure to the league and to this team. And I think he's going to keep it rolling. I think Austin takes this, not by a large margin, but by a comfy one.
I've got to say, shout out to my own guy, JSN. If you have not watched the Seahawks this year,
you need to watch him.
Jackson Smith and Jake Buck. That dude might be, he's not as big as Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, but there's a reason why they call him the secondary surgeon. Watch that guy's route running. Watch how precise he is. Watch how he finds the open spot on the field. Against the Cardinals late, he had a stat line of like 1 catch for 18 yards going in the fourth quarter, ended with a stat line of like 6 catches for 90 yards, right? This dude found a way to catch a ball, pivot his body, and touch his elbow out of bounds to get his team into field goal range. This guy knows how to play ball. I think he's a smart wide receiver. I think he's a precise route runner. And I think he might be the best wide receiver in the NFL.
He's got that dog in him?
He does not have the raw talent that Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson has. He does not have the size that Puka has, but he's got the route. I'm telling you guys, he is the next Antonio Brown. You guys got to watch.
I was actually just about to say that as well. He
is
giving me shades of breakout Steelers.
No, but what do you mean by that?
On the football field, like on the field.
We're talking pre-concussion Antonio.
Pre-perfect.
Right?
Pre-Vontaze.
We're football fans. We do not work for E Entertainment or TMZ. We're talking about the Antonio Brown that we all know and love for what he did on the football field. So, Seti, if you're good with that, I'm taking the W this week. We good with that?
Happy with that. I actually need you to, man. But I don't think it's close
I also
either.
need Austin. I need the top half of the league to keep the league. The rest of the
guys condense this. Dude.
Yeah, condense. I need the 4 and 6 guys. I need the 5 and 5 guys. I need them all to lose. I need not a single person that's getting into the playoffs to have 6 wins or more. I mean, more than 6 wins. Sorry, because once they hit 7 wins, it's out of my reach. I'm at max. If I win out, I get 6 wins. If 7 is the cutoff this year, I'm not making playoffs. So I need everyone that's at that cusp right now to lose.
Okay. All right. Next up, we got Dingo versus Josh. Who are we taking?
Honestly,
don't really care. But let's get Dingo up out of here, man. Well, let's get him out of here. For trading for Lane, I've seen enough. Get him out of here. Lose. Starting Rashad White.
You know what? I'm calling this matchup of the week. We got Dingo with 5 wins, Josh with 6. If you look at their points scored so far this year, they're only about 40 points apart. I got them ranked 6 and 7 in the power rankings. I think this is your wild card spot right here. I think this might be the most consequential matchup for the rest of the year.
No, we got plenty more consequential matchups, but this is a big one for week 11 to reshuffle the standings.
I think Seti needs Jesse to lose because Seti plays Jesse week 13. So that's a matchup you need him to lose.
I need everybody. I need Josh losing. I need Jesse losing. I need Evan losing.
Weirdly enough,
Jesse needs the league to go 1 and 11 this week.
Weirdly enough,
if everybody could lose, I wish nothing but the worst for everybody. I hope everybody loses. I hope everybody below me loses. I hope everybody above me loses. Do y'all even have people that you root for? Like, not like, oh, I'd like him to be him.
Now.
I mean, like, ever. I don't root for anybody. I root if it's advantageous to me. Like, I root, like, if Austin is going to beat Max, Austin, do your thing, man. Get you on the field, man. JSN rise. But next week, I might be saying, fuck this guy.
No, next week.
We got to cheer for months, man. We got to cheer
this
for
week,
months.
I'm 100% cheering against. This week,
I'm
cheering for Austin.
For you,
I need Austin to beat Max, and I'm picking him.
Okay, I gotta say, this has gotten off the rails. This is like a 3-way circle jerk.
Okay, all right.
Who do I need to lose? All right, guys. Who's winning? Who do you think is winning? You got money on the line. We got Dingo versus Josh. Who's winning?
Man.
Money on the line. Let's look at the projections. Dingo projected to win. Jamar Chase scores more than 16 points.
I got Josh.
AJ Brown get right game. Packers defense. Never mind, dude. Bro, Packers defense against Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston is about to throw 500 yards, bro. Put the fries in the bag. Just he's losing. Bo Nix as your QB, get him out of here, dude. I've seen enough from this guy.
That's the big one.
I've seen
That's the big
enough
one.
from the.
I
I've seen
see
enough.
Bo Nix. I see that QB.
I've
Like usually, I don't really
seen
care
enough
about the
from
QB
this
matchup,
team.
but I see Bo Nix against Justin Herbert. Bo Nix is
Kyle
playing the
Pitts
Chiefs.
at
Justin
the
Herbert's
tight
playing
end
the
position.
Jags.
Get him out of here. How is this guy above me in this?
I'm going Josh here. Josh is going to secure his place in the playoffs with his 7th win, most likely. So I'm okay with that. And then, that's what I got.
All right. So last matchup of the week. I think we can keep this short. Seti needs himself to win. We know who Seti's picking. Seti versus Patrick. Seti's got the W there. I got Patrick last in my power rankings. It is what it is. Patrick's losing. We're marking that one as now. I hope you don't object, Mish.
No, I don't.
I
The only place I possibly could object, James Cook get right game against Tampa, yes. And CeeDee Lamb get right good game against Vegas, but the big one, Ashton Genty against the Cowboys defense.
This is a good point. The one saving grace of Patrick's team is he's got guys on his team that can win him the week. That's the one thing. Not even win him the week. He's got guys. His base score is like 50. We know he could score 40 any given week, but rest of his rosters could score 40. He could have a dude blow up for 50. Boom, he's up to 90. Maybe gets a little sketch of luck. He could pull off a win, but otherwise, it's looking pretty grim. Seti, we got you winning against Patrick. Don't take that as a compliment.
This is scary.
You're barely edging it out.
This is scary.
All right.
Honestly, I honestly wish that Patrick would win that game because Patrick is more likely to lose as the weeks go on. So that means I would have more guys at 5 wins. So, but it's hard to pick Patrick to win.
This week we got Danny winning. We got me winning. We got myself winning, Josh, Hamster, and Daddy. So everybody on the broadcast, we're winning. So if you want to win, come on, join the broadcast.
We're here.
Quit working. Quit your day job. We're raking in the dough, raking in the W's. All right, we're moving on. Let's go through weeks 12 through 14 real quickly because we're not going to do this for all these matchups. We're just trying to get a good idea of the end of season playoff projections. So let's run through this real quick. So let's see. Let's go through week 12. So week 12, we've got Danny playing Patrick. Let's mark that as a W for Danny.
Yeah, let's move on. Next,
let's do that. Lane plays Max.
I got Lane. I got Lane in this one. I
agree. Let's go Lane W. All right, this is a good matchup. Jeremy versus Josh. Who do we think wins?
I got Jeremy. Jonathan Taylor, fresh off the bye week.
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor, fresh off the bye week. And they're playing. Doesn't matter. I don't care who he plays. I don't care. I don't care.
Mish versus Austin. I'll say it. Mish, your team's come on strong. Travion Henderson breaking out. My team, it's week to week. I'm going to be coach up my guys. You better prepare. But if we're projecting out,
I'm coming for your ass.
I'm gonna give this one to Mish.
I'm winning out.
I got Mish as well.
Right,
in my close one.
All right, we got Dingo versus Hamster week 12. Who are we taking?
Somebody ring the Dingster. I got the Dingo winning it. Devon Achane on bye week 12. That is the cornerstone of this team. No Debo, no Achane, no Sutton. Yeah, no, it doesn't look good.
No win.
We got Josh losing to Jeremy. Jonathan Taylor straight off the bye week. We've got Hamster losing to Dingo. And we got Max playing Lane. Max has taken the L on that one. Seti plays Monks. I'm going to go ahead and give Seti the W on that one.
Let's give Seti the W and move on.
I think Monks the L.
You got week 13 now?
All right, and then Patrick plays it. Yep, let's go week 13. All right, so Danny plays Max. Are we going to – okay.
I got Danny.
So Danny plays Max, then Lane. Be careful. Do we have Danny winning out this season?
I do have Danny winning out this season.
Danny's winning it all. If it's not going to be me, it's going to be Danny.
Honestly, I have Danny definitely win this matchup. I'm really close. I might change my projection depending on how Lane performs Not this week because he's going to lose to me this week, but next week.
All right. So we'll go ahead and give him the W in week 14 as well.
Tentatively,
then,
that is subject to change from me.
And then Lane, we got Lane against Patrick. I'm going to go ahead and give him the W on that one. Sorry,
Lane, yeah, let's move on.
Okay, this is a big time game. Not for the standings necessarily. I mean, Mish needs this one, but I think as far as powerhouses, we got the 4th ranked and the 3rd. Me and Seti both having 3 and 4 in the power rankings. This is a big time matchup. Mish versus Jeremy, week 13.
Obviously, I'm always going to pick me.
Mish.
I'm going to be picking myself.
I do got Mish.
I'm picking Mish as well. I think Mish
is
for me.
I think the round 2 matchup of me and Jeremy might be the game of the season, in my opinion. Get your popcorn ready.
And then we got myself versus Josh in week 13. This one's a tough one, but I'm going to go with me. I think over the course of a season, if you start projecting too far out, injuries happen. You need a coach that's able to fill in. So that's my case. What do you guys think?
I'm just going to roll with you, Austin, because I need you to win.
Yeah, I need you to win. Fully. This one this week might be sticky for you, but I need you to win, man. I do.
I'm gonna purposely be biased for the
that
big
one.
3.
Can come down to Monday night, so you never know.
Okay, and then we got Dingo versus Seti week 13. Who we got?
I got myself, but Dingo is predicted to win currently.
Yeah, I gotta vehemently disagree with your analysis, Seti.
I'm gonna go with Dingo. Rasheed Rice. Thursday night against the Dallas Cowboys. My God, Patrick Mahomes is going to carve up the Dallas defense in front of their home crowd.
That's great.
So we got Hamster versus Monks.
Austin and Mish are off the Christmas list.
You son of a bitch.
I'm just scratching your names off of that. Yeah.
That's all right. I've been off the Christmas list for 10 years now. It's nothing big.
All right, what we got next?
All right, we got Vinyl Hamster versus Monks. We're going to have Monks losing out.
Nope, yeah, I'm going to have Monks taking the dub on this one. Let's go, Monks.
I got Vinyl.
You know what? I would love it.
Too. I would love Monks to win, but I got Vinyl. But 2 against 1, Monks.
Breece Hall against Atlanta, Travis Etienne against Tennessee, Patrick Mahomes against Dallas. Those 3 men are dropping like 60 points between them. 60, 70 points between them.
And Bingo takes the W versus Seti. All right, Monks plays Hamster. We got Monks winning that one.
And the Detroit Lions on a Thursday against Green Bay on Thanksgiving. Detroit's get right game against
the
Packers.
Oh my gosh!
Get right against the Packers.
They're gonna get.
All right,
they're definitely gonna have a better showing than week 1.
Yeah,
we got week 14. All right, so we got Danny winning versus Lane. So we're gonna go ahead and get Lane W or the L. All right, we got Jeremy versus Austin. This could be for the bye. This is a huge, like I said,
Jeremy.
The bye week gives you a double
I got Jeremy
chance.
As well.
I've got Jeremy.
I got Jeremy as well. I think
because since I'm believing in myself to beat Jeremy the week before, his team is not the kind of team to stay down. He's bounced back from the 2 losses he's had this season well. I think he's really going to coach up his guys, and they're really going to come out with a vengeance against Austin's team.
I got something to say next broadcast about Jeremy's so-called ability to fire up his guys, but we'll leave that for another segment. We got Mish versus Josh. This could be extremely consequential for me. I mean, every game is consequential, Mish. So, but I've got, Mish, I'm sorry, you've got 3 W's on the schedule so far. I don't believe in your ability to win out. I think Josh sneaks a sneaky win, makes it into the playoffs once again.
I do agree. I think Josh wins week 14. I don't know if he makes the playoff, but I do think Josh wins week 14. You need to win the next 3.
Just you wait, guys, because there's going to be some
moves. And then we got
there's going to be some moves made.
We got Dingo versus Monks, week 14.
Couldn't care less.
Me neither. I think Dingo wins it, though. We're being honest
with ourselves. Dingo wins it.
Yeah.
All right, and then Josh beats Mish. Seti versus Hamster. This is extremely consequential. Hamster currently has 5 wins. Seti has 4 wins. This could be for the playoffs right here.
I think this will be for the playoffs.
I was saying earlier that Josh versus Dingo might be the game of the week currently, but week 14, keep an eye on this matchup. Seti versus Hamster. Who we got?
I think it could be steady. I think by week 14, we will most likely have a healthy Bucky Irving, a healthy Jackson Dart.
He's on bye.
Oh, he's on bye that week. Oh,
I
well,
got I
healthy
got
Bucky Irving.
Aaron
That's the more
Rodgers to
important thing.
fill in though, who is playing at Baltimore against that terrible defense. So
Okay, so we're giving Seti the W. Seti takes the W. All right, and then we got Max playing Patrick. This is and according to Seti's power ranking, this is a really bottom of the barrel matchup. This is 11v12 for Seti right here. So who we got, Seti?
I think this is going to be very close. Don't think anybody's on bye that week. CeeDee Lamb at Detroit. RJ Harvey at Vegas. Give me Patrick.
All right. And with that, Patrick would not lose out on the season. I don't. You know what? I got to disagree. I think I'm really down on Patrick's team. I think his team
Hey,
is
he's
as
11
bad as we've seen
for a reason.
in many, many years. It's got to have been since Shelton or Tacos in the league that we've seen a team this bad. I mean, they are. You look at their points scored for. They're in last place and only dropping. What do you think, Nish? You got Patrick losing out?
I hate to say it, but probably.
Oh, all right. We got Patrick losing out. All right.
And that's also huge for the playoffs
I
as
gotta
well.
say, hey, we're finishing this up with 4 wins. That puts him in contention for last place. He would lose the tiebreaker on points for, according to this. So let's take a close look. So we got Max winning against Patrick. We got Monks against Dingo. We got him losing, unfortunately. Sorry, Monks. Hey, but you're winning. You got a child. You're happily married. You're still winning, even if you're losing. Okay, so let's tally up some wins and let's see who's going to make the playoffs. So we got Danny winning out on the season. He's currently got 8 wins, so that would put him at 12. That's clearly the 1 seed. So we got him. You know what they say about expos? They never work. All right. So 12 wins, that puts him at the 1 seed. All right, Lane. Let's see where Lane's at. He finishes out 2-2 on the. That's surprising. So for a team that's 1 in Seti's rankings and 2 in my rankings, we got him finishing out the season 2-2. A big part of that though is that he's playing Mish.
Yeah,
he takes an L versus Mish, and then he takes an L versus Danny as well. He's got a strength of schedule of 8 in the league, so kind of towards the bottom, or actually kind of towards the top, like as far as easy schedules. But a lot of that's because he plays Monks, and is that Monks? Yeah, he plays no Max and Patrick. Those are 2 very, very easy wins. But he's also 2 very, very difficult schedules or weeks with Mish and Danny. So unfortunately, he finishes 2-2. He stays out of last place. Good for you, Lane. You traded yourself out of last place, but unfortunately, the playoffs are not meant for you. You're going to finish with 5 wins. We'll see where that puts you in the seeding. All right, Jeremy, we got him finishing out 2-2, losing to Vinyl Hamster, winning against Josh, losing to Mish, and then winning against myself. So that puts him at 10 wins. Good for you, Jeremy. It's fine. It's a good thing that you're what's that football? The pro footballers, what's it called? Footballers podcast. Whatever your subscriptions you have, they're paying off. I'm glad you've invested the money. You're starting to see returns. You're making the playoffs this year, all right? You did it last year. You've gone back to back. Keep it up. Okay, Misha's finishing out 3-1. That puts him at 6 wins. It looks like he's going to fall short of the playoffs. Myself, I'm going to finish out 2-2. That puts me at 10 wins. I'd probably lose the tiebreaker to Jeremy. So Jeremy's going to be the 2 seed. I'll be the 3 seed. Dingo is going to finish 3-1. Do we really think Dingo's going to finish out 3-1? That's a strong finish.
His only loss is going to be against me, so yeah.
Fuck.
No, that's not true. We had him winning against you. We had him losing
No,
to
no, no,
Josh.
no. I see the future. I manifest. I'm Nostradamus. Text me in 4 weeks when I'm in the playoffs.
Okay, so circle it on your calendars. Week 13. SETI says gamble the house. Bet the house.
The mortgage.
SETI is winning that game. That's almost enough to make me want to switch that to an L. Although me and SETI had a heart-to-heart about investing before the show, I would not take his advice. So we're going to keep that as is. And we got Dingo finishing an 8 win. That's probably enough to make the playoffs. All right, so we got Josh finishing with 2 additional wins. That puts him at 8. We got Hamster finishing with 2 wins. That puts him at 7. Max finishes on a high note. He beat Patrick. I mean, he's beating the shit out of the poor there at the end, but 1 win, that puts him at 5. That puts him about where it was last year. We got 3 wins for SETI.
That's
We need to
definitely not going
exclude
to
SETI
happen.
from voting for himself next time.
That's definitely not going to happen. I'm gonna win 4 more games. I'm going 4-0. I'm winning the rest of these games.
That's true. We have him losing against Dingo, and he said bet the house. So
Quote me.
you bet you are you. I don't know. I
Quote
would
me.
bet
Put
my
it
house
on your
against
big board.
Patrick. I would bet it against Monks, not against Dingo, and then against Hamster. I don't know. You could debate that.
Quote me. I'll be sitting here in week 14. It'll be wrapped up by the 3 o'clock games.
Okay, so we got Monks finishing with 1 additional win. That's 3 wins. Unfortunately, well, if you ask me, very fortunately, Monks finishes last, and then Patrick finishes with 4 straight losses.
But he still
That
had
gives
4
him
wins.
no additional wins. All right, so if we go through the standings, that puts Danny at 1, Jeremy at 2, myself at 3. Let's see who finishes 4.
Why don't we go for the bottom for a second? Because the bottom ones are easy. So you go 4. That's Patrick at 11.
Yeah, that's kind of tricky.
And then you got.
Right,
I think I got Lane on the tiebreaker above Max.
Yeah. So Max 10, Lane 9.
You bastards. That puts me at 8. You sons of bitches.
That would put you at 8. All right. So we got
I'm winning
7.
out, guys. I'm winning all 4 games. I'm just telling you right now.
7. Oh, this is a close one. The 6 and 7 is going to come down to Hamster or SETI. And look at the points for so far. They are only 13 points apart.
Oh,
Week
baby,
14.
That's a race. I can't even predict
Cinema.
right now.
Cinema.
I mean, I think
Cinema.
if it goes with what we're predicting, I really think that and when it comes down to tiebreakers, I think it might be SETI. Because you have a Devon H.N. bye week in there. Meanwhile, Bucky Irving, best case scenario, Bucky Irving likely comes back. Definitely not this week, maybe not week 12, but I think by week 13 for sure he'll be back.
You know what? I'm going to be a hater. A wise man once told me, haters are needed to balance out unwarranted optimism. I think we're already giving SETI a little bit of grace, finishing 3-1. I don't think he's making the playoffs.
I've made the playoffs in the past 2 years. I've been 8-6 one year and 7-7 is what it is. I got to take a quick commercial break, and we're back. Sorry.
And we're back.
This is tight, man. It's crazy.
This is gonna be a crazy race down to the wire.
Okay, so where we got SETI, Mish? What do you think? 6 or 7?
I like SETI's team just a smidge bit more. I want to go with SETI edges out Vinyl by like 6 points even.
That puts
I will say SETI's presence on the broadcast shows a level of commitment that I think can push him over the edge. We're going to put SETI at 6, Hamster at 7.
And if we're going to project out slightly, not that we have time in this broadcast, that would put me and Austin first week of the playoffs, mano a mano.
Oh yeah.
Now we're talking.
I saw the script. Yeah. No, I agree. But I saw the script weeks ago. It was written.
All right.
This is how it had to be.
I'm looking forward to it. And that puts we're going to go ahead and give Josh the tiebreaker against Dingo. He's already got a 40-point lead on him. It's not over. It's not unsurmountable, but in the power rankings, me and Seti both have them right next to each other. Seti's got Dingo well ahead of Josh. I got him pretty close, but 40 points is 40 points. I'm going to go ahead and make an executive decision. We're going
It's
to
40
say Josh
points,
takes that
and
tiebreaker.
Josh has Jamar Chase.
Yeah, they're both making the playoffs. So Josh going to be 4, Dingo 5. So that gives us our playoff projections. We did it. So we got Danny 1, uncontroversial. Jeremy 2, Austin 3. That's about how it plays out. That's the standings so far.
All right, I agree with that.
We got Josh 4. Looks like we're going straight chalk so far. Those are the standings. 5 is Dingo. I think Dingo's already 5, isn't he?
He's
Yes.
5 right now, yeah.
All right, straight chalk. And then the 6th seed. So this is really a race for the wild card, any way you slice it.
Yep.
Race for the wild card, and the broadcast has determined that Seti is going to take it. We're saying it's a battle between Seti and Hamster, but the fantasy gods, it appears, are favoring Seti. We'll see how it plays out.
We gave Jesse a win over me, which could make it really interesting for Vinyl. I think week 14 is going to be crazy. It's when everything is solidified for the playoffs. Bye weeks included. I think even the bye weeks, there's some frisky business there that could happen. I think Austin might even have a chance of getting a bye, to be honest. So everything left to play for. And even if you're in the loser's bracket, it's not the end of the world. You know Lane's going to crash out. He might be last again. You know Monk isn't going to look at his team during that time of the year. Around Christmas time, he's too busy. You know, Pat, you're probably not going to come last. You know?
Hold on. I know Monk's not that well. I played rugby with him. I've met him at the bar, blasted in Austin. I know him a little bit. Not too much, but what I do know about him, that man is going to be posted up at the family couch with a beer in his hand, watching the fucking games. Trust me when I say this. That man's going to be locked the fuck in come family time. All right? So don't you doubt Monks, all right? That man.
I love Monks.
Christmas time is when you're watching football. Christmas and football.
It's when I am, yeah.
Great tradition.
I would agree.
Okay, so I think there's some key matchups. I think you did bring up a great point, which is that you versus Dingo here, we got you losing. But if you were to win that one, that would put you at 8.
That would secure your spot in the playoffs. That would put
Dingo at 7, and Hamster. That would put a couple of different teams. That would shift up the standings significantly.
At the end of the day, the most important thing is if you want in the playoffs, you need to get yourself to 8 wins, and I can't get to 7. Because if I get to 7 wins, I win a tiebreaker with almost anyone in the league.
Yeah.
Due to points for.
But what we're saying is you could, right here, the projections say if you got to 7, Mish, you'd be in.
I'd be in, and I'd play you week 1 in the playoffs.
That's right.
Unless somebody sandbags for us. We need somebody to sandbag. I'm paying money.
Who does Austin play week 14? I'm about to look.
I play Jeremy. That's a key one for me.
Oh, yeah, you can't sandbag that.
Nope.
Week 13, you play Josh.
Danny could sandbag against Lane, though, and potentially vault him into last place.
Danny could sandbag against Lane. Keep him out of last.
Man.
But I think I don't think anyone in the top 3 can sandbag realistically to get those like first round buys. Because I mean, if Jeremy pulls off the win this week, he definitely can't sandbag going forward. Because then he'd be even with Danny, you know. So like literally, so we already have you projected to win this week. We have Danny projected to win this week. I have Jeremy projected to win this week. You guys don't. But if all 3 of you went out this week, I don't think any of you can sandbag going into the rest of the season. Even in a perfect world where like you didn't care, like every matchup matters at that point because you guys are playing for those first round buys, and it's going to come down to one game.
I think Danny's got it in the bag. He's playing Monks, and then he plays Patrick. He's got the 11th,
Man.
and then Max. I mean, he week 14. I think he can take off. You don't need the 1 seed. I think the 14 seeds what matters. If I were Danny, though, what I would be paying attention to, you go into the little gear icon in Sleeper, you click on that, you go to league history, and a little table pops up. It's got all-time standings. And if he wants to be an all-time great, he's got to rack up W after W after W. Because you know who's right on his heels? This fucking guy. I've been looking at that one spot for years.
Unfortunately,
Every minute I spend on the algorithm on the bot, I'm looking at Danny.
unfortunately, my
Breathing
fantasy
for Danny's
performances,
spot.
I'm very
He
reminiscing.
can't relax for 1 second because I'm coming for him. So, Danny, I know you meme about sandbagging, but every time you think of that,
I'm right on your
think
ass.
of me. Think of me sitting by the campfire at Christmas time, smiling my ass off about taking that number 1 spot. You can't give up wins in this league. You just can't. This is the YDFL. It's too damn competitive. This isn't a work league. Despite what Lane might make you think, you can't just fleece your way to championships year after year.
You actually can't.
You got to work for that shit.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. My record's pretty low overall, but I have to. I like to think I'm like the New York Giants of the early 2010s. Like absolute like regular season just struggle bus, but the second we get into the playoffs, it's game time.
That's a great comp. That's a great comp.
The Eli Manning led Giants. That is my fantasy team. We're not really something to be feared in the regular season, but God forbid you let us into the playoffs. We're running the table.
No, don't get Seti started with Eli, his boy Eli.
Don't say that. Why would you even say that? But with that, I think we can wrap up this broadcast. It did run a little bit long.
That was a beautiful segment, though, Austin.
Been a pleasure. Happy to be here with you guys. I'll check back in hopefully next week or sometime the week after. They call me Nostradamus. I'm winning out. I swear to you. Bet the house. Bet it all. This means more. All right.
All right. Later, y'all.
Later, guys.
Peace.